But this is what Jamie Carragher tweeted last night. Anthony of Manchester United has done more in 6 months than Jadon Sancho has done in 2 years. Yet Anthony gets plenty of criticism and Sancho gets very little. Well, top answer in the reply actually was me. I'm not blowing smoke up my own arse, but I just replied, and a lot of people obviously agreed. I just replied with British passport, Jamie, because you know what? There's a bigger question here, and it probably happens at every single club. I was watching Man United last night, absolute shambles, but the contrast in so-called experts in the media, ex-players or whatever, and their perception of that game when compared to performances from Jadon Sancho and Harry Maguire and David De Gea's disaster class, well, it's all about De Gea. And we see this all the time. When Man United lost to Liverpool, it was all on Bruno. And we see it all the time. And we've seen it with Anthony as well. I've seen Anthony called all sorts of things over the season by various ex-players on various mainstream media outlets. I've seen journalists who give player ratings, and you look at Anthony's and you go, they clearly just do not like him. And, there's a common theme there. And Jamie Carragher called it out last night. Why does Anthony get more criticism than Jadon Sancho's had? And Jadon Sancho's been there for 2 years and Anthony's hardly been there. It's the British passport thing. So I think it's amazing that Jamie Carragher has actually said that. And some would say there's a contradiction from him there, because let's not forget, at the start of the season, he was calling out that Lisandro Martinez wouldn't be good enough. You've got Graham Souness sat next to him going, Casemiro's a steady Eddie. I mean, that for me, again, it's the British passport thing, isn't it? And what is the British passport thing? Well, ultimately, a lot of the people who have these opinions have a British passport as ex-players, and they know a lot of the players who have a British passport. So there's mates rates there, but also it's the fact that we overhype British players, and we always have done. And I'm a big fan of people like, Jack Grealish. I think he's a ridiculously talented player. Harry Kane's a top player. Jude Bellingham's a top player. I really like Rashford and Shaw and Saka, and we have got some really good British players. But do we overhype them to levels that they're not at yet? And also, the problem is, the more average players, we are terrible at overhyping them.